Hey guys, talk about the HDB flats in Singapore, Housing Development Board. So the thing is that we're supposed to know that the public housing in Singapore is supposed to be for the public people, or public, or to some people who are not so rich or considered poor in Singapore. But now what happened is the housing in Singapore is getting expensive, and even I saw a post here saying that BTO HDB housing for 5-room flats in Bedok North Spring 600,000 to 730,000. But South room, what the hell room? 490, that's around 500k to 600k. Oh my god, that's so expensive. BTO means built to order. Something that is a new apartment or new house or new flats that take about 3 to 5 years to complete before you can take a key to enter the house. So what you need to do is to register first and pay off the money first before the house is built completely for you. So this is all about BTO flats. Of course, you can buy a second-hand ones anytime. That could be more expensive, I think. The problem is how are we going to buy such an expensive public housing in Singapore? So expensive. We couldn't afford it. But I thought a lot of Singaporeans earning a lot of money. Their income is so high. It's 3 times more than what Malaysians are earning. What for we are complaining? And we are living in an expensive country. Singaporeans also have high income. For example, some people were saying that I bought this only cake in JB, that's Malaysia, for about 60 ringgit. That is about $20 Singapore. But in Singapore, it costs at least 50 SGD. So it costs about around 3 times more than Malaysia. So get only cake in Malaysia only costs you 20 Singapore dollars, but in Singapore it costs you 50 Singapore dollars. So of course Malaysia is cheaper. And the Singaporeans, wow, so cheap. That's Malaysia, okay? You know how much they earn in Malaysia? As a security guard there, if they are fortunate, they may earn about 3,000 ringgit, and that is about 1,000 Singapore dollars. That's right, pathetic if they're going to stay in Singapore anytime. Singapore is a very expensive country. And in Singapore, as a security guard, they earn 3,000 Singapore dollars. That's 3 times higher than what the Malaysians are earning. So, how can we complain? If we want to stay in an expensive country and we want to earn more, of course the cost of living, everything we need to buy will be high. The cost will be very high. So it's housing a very low price. How can we call Singapore the richest country in the world? You know what I'm saying? So do we really want to see the Singapore housing devalue at a low price, everything at a low price, and because of this all low price, our income also become lower, and Singapore become the poorest country in the world? So why should we let people to mislead us? Oh, everything is so high. Only cake is so high. A plate of chicken rice is so high. The housing is so high. So what? Did anyone complain that our income is high too? Now how about those poor people living in Singapore? They cannot afford it. They cannot afford the housing. They cannot afford what they are eating. Question is there a lot of poor people in Singapore? We hardly see any poor people in Singapore. But if you go to Malaysia, we see a bunch of them even begging for money. In Malaysia, the people earn less. And to them, the things in Malaysia are expensive. So what for is there a need to complain about the housing in Singapore? I don't understand why people want to have everything cheap, yet they are having high income. When people earning less, yet the things are expensive in the country, there will be something wrong. That's called corruption. But when people earning more and the things in the country is so cheap, even the housing will be very cheap, and whatever you buy is very cheap, something wrong too. The country will become poor and third world country. So everything has to be balanced. If you earn a lot in an expensive country, you gotta expect that you buy the things have to be very expensive. We don't want Singapore become the poorest country or become a third world country, right? Backward. So whoever's still thinking that the housing in Singapore, it's so expensive, they are not thinking for the future, and they are not thinking for their future generation that they always brag about. Oh no, the future generation is going to suffer. We don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. Okay? Remember, subscribe, like, and share. Ciao.